John is completing project number 7, Research Your Topic. In the 6 to 8 minute speech titled Anthem, Sean will be exploring the recent national anthem protests through the eyes of a veteran of the armed forces. Let's welcome Sean.
One of the biggest stories of the football season has been Colin Kaepernick's national anthem protest. Since then, many other players from many other teams have followed suit. These players are protesting the anthem to raise awareness for the injustices against black people in the United States. And their actions have led to outcries of disrespect for the flag, disrespect for the anthem, and disrespect for the military. As a veteran of the military myself, whose father's retired Navy and sister served in Iraq, I support what these players are doing and their cause. And as such, I will be sitting for the remainder of this speech. The last few years have shaken my faith in the American people. From high-profile police shootings to rampant Islamophobia to the fight against LGBTQ rights under the guise of religious freedom, America has never seemed so closed-minded to me. The rise of Trump has only made this worse. His popularity has shown America to be a far more racist, prejudiced, and xenophobic place than I can ever have imagined. And it embarrasses me. So when these players are protesting, it's not just about police brutality. It's about a judicial system rigged against black Americans. It's about a wage gap that's the widest it's been between black and white Americans in decades, including among college-educated workers. And it's about a rigged voting system. Black Americans are 2.5 times more likely to be shot and killed by police than white Americans. Even worse, unarmed black Americans are 5 times more likely to be shot and killed by police than white Americans. In 2015, the unarmed people shot and killed by police, black men made up 40% of that number, despite only making up 6% of the population. Now, detractors will tell you this isn't about police bias or racism. This is about, and they'll point to statistics of black imprisonment as their cause for a correlation. But this is just another illustration of the institutional racism black people deal with every day. When the war on drugs began in 1971, there were 200,000 people in jail. Today there are over 2 million, and it's heavily skewed towards black people. Of the people arrested in 2015, 1.5 million were due to drug arrests, and over 500,000 of those were for simple marijuana possession. And even though black and white people use marijuana at roughly the same rate, black people were arrested for the crime 4 times more often than white people. Switching to harder drugs will illustrate the same bias. Rock cocaine is statistically more common to be used by black people, while white people are statistically more likely to be caught with powder cocaine. And even though there's the same drug, to get a 5-year minimum federal sentence for rock cocaine, you only need to possess 5 grams. For powder cocaine, you have to possess 500 grams. So not only are black people being targeted, their sentencing threshold is much lower for the same crimes. So how do we fix this? And this is America, right? Let's get out and vote. Unfortunately, politicians are doing everything they can to minimize the power of the black vote. In July of this year, a federal appeals court struck down a North Carolina voting law and declared that it was designed with almost surgical precision to target African Americans. Over 20 other states have similarly racist voting laws. In others, black people have to deal with longer lines to vote due to fewer polling machines and fewer polling locations. In this past election, minorities were 6 times more likely to have to wait in line for over an hour to vote than white people. Back to North Carolina, and this is made easier by the specific targeting done by redistricting. Back to North Carolina, whose 12th district is considered one of the most gerrymandered districts in the U.S. A federal court in February of this year ruled that the district lines must be redrawn for the 5th time since 1993 because other redistricting efforts were shown to target Black Americans in order to concentrate them into one district and minimize the power of their vote. The plight of the Black American is still very real, which is what these players are trying to raise awareness of. So are they disrespecting the flag when they sit during the national anthem? Are they disrespecting the military? Are they disrespecting the anthem? No more than racist with their Confederate flags. No more than those of us in this room that have yelled Chiefs at the end of the national anthem. I served in the military for 9 years because I believe what America is supposed to stand for. Equality, justice, and the idea that the best Americans reach down and pull up the less fortunate individuals. I didn't serve for an anthem. I served so people like Norman and Caroline, who came to this country for a better future, and other immigrants and first-generation Americans could feel welcome. I didn't serve for a tricolored piece of cloth. I served so my Black friends, coworkers, and neighbors wouldn't have to worry about the safety of their children around law enforcement. I served to protect Colin Kaepernick's right to peacefully protest. I did not sign up for the military for the racists, xenophobes, bigots, the prison industrial complex, marriage inequality, and all of the other ills facing our nation. So I'm glad that these players are sitting during the national anthem. I hope it helps raise the awareness of their cause. Because when I look at the state of the racial and social landscape in the U.S. today, I wonder, what am I supposed to so proudly hail?